Name's Ken. He's a wealth of knowledge when it comes down to firearms reloading and stuff like that. He's a pretty awesome guy, and he's letting us use his range today, so that's pretty cool. There you go, kid.
Ready?
Yep. We got some hand loads on here. Ken did some hand loads. Hold on. Ball ammo. They're pretty badass. Hey. Yep, we're empty. Sometimes gun tubers give me the shits. Bro. Hi everybody. Vermont Survivalist here. Here it is, the Kimber. Right now, gun tube land is losing their shit. Oh my God, dude. I swear to God, gun tubers, they regurgitate whatever they see. It's like I don't. It's like they don't think for themselves. It's like they think one guy's got a good idea, and they just all jump on board like whores. Okay, let's just get on with this video, okay? Just straight up. Okay, I had two Kimbers besides this one before, and it ran flawless. Okay, it acted like a 1911. It looks like a 1911. Well, because it is a 1911, right? It's a modern version of the 1911, and you want to hear some. Maybe because I'm a Gen Xer or something. I don't know. I'm just used to that style of defensive tool. You know, maybe I'm just used to getting hands-on with a piece like this. Maybe. Just perhaps. So, why don't we jump into it? Why don't we just jump into this right now? Because I think people miss the fucking point. All right. So first off, if you don't like the 1911, send them to me. I'll take them. Okay. All right. Let's talk about reliability issues. Because I guess this is a huge thing on YouTube land, right? It's huge. It's massive. They always talk about the same fucking things. Reliability, 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 reliability. Okay? And Kimber makes a pretty decent 1911. It's got beat up pretty bad by gun tubers. And I don't know these gun tubers' angles. I don't know. It just sounds like to me they're all saying the same thing, like I said before. You do need to realize that before this came revolvers. And before revolvers came black powder. These fuckers right here. Okay? Right? If I was to compare this to, let's say, a Colt Peacemaker, that you get what I'm saying? Here it is. We got over 100-year-old auto, single action auto, at that. And they're comparing it to a Glock. And they're trying to say, is it relevant? I mean, they're doing the same thing with revolvers. They're doing the same thing with fucking revolvers. They're doing the same thing with revolvers and 1911s. They're trying to compare it to the Glock. I think they're trying to discredit or whatever. That maybe it's not practical. I don't know. But they're trying to compare. But my thing is, this is over 100-year-old gun. Sidearm. It's 100 fucking years old. Over. You're not going to treat this the same way as you treat a Glock. This, you need to care for. You need to take care of it. But right now, people are going, well, I take care of my Glock. You don't really have to take care of a Glock. You really don't. Because it shoots. This is made differently. This was made with precision work. This is an actual mechanical device. This is like a Swiss watch. Okay? You take care of 1911. 1911 takes care of you. You have to lube it. You have to make sure all the parts are good. You have to clean it. Okay? Now, one may argue in a self-defense situation, I'm gonna straight up tell you this. I mean, the fucker was in the trenches of World War I, World War II, goes without saying, right? And that's Europe and the sands of the Pacific and the jungles, not including cold weather in Korea. Very humid weather in Vietnam. Wow. Still doing his job today. A certain type of warrior would carry this. And I'd probably say a warrior that carries this has some skill behind his belt. He's very confident. in his firearms marksmanship. He's very confident in his firearms skill. That's who I would think would carry this. Now, do not get me wrong. There's a lot of skilled warriors out there carrying polymer guns, and I'm just gonna polymer guns. There's, but I've noticed even some police officers will go towards this. There's a Civil War unit that wore butt tails on their hats, and literally that's what they call themselves, the butt tails. It's a status symbol. It's a symbol. It's a hey. Doesn't matter that the Glock's out there. It's irrelevant. When I see this, if I see somebody rocking this, I'm confident that that person, especially in a combat situation, I'm confident in that person knowing what the fuck he's doing. Because somebody that's carrying that 1911, that needs hands-on shit, you need to take care of the 1911. You have to clean it after you use it. It has to be well maintained. I'm pretty sure that bastard probably knows what the fuck he's doing. Okay, next thing. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Before anybody says anything about revolvers and 1911s and revolvers, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because like my boy Jack Nicholson said,
today, what I'm saying is this. When you're facing a loaded gun, what's the difference?
Next. The bitching about the break-in period. All of a sudden, it's a problem now. It's a problem. It's a huge problem. Kimber's break, it's a problem. Oh no, you got to go to the range. How an inconvenience. You actually got to do some work. You got to put some work in. Whoops. Look. When I buy a gun, I'm taking it to the range. I'm taking it to the fucking range. It's got to be good right out of the box. Why are you going to be using a gun right out of the box untested? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why? What are you thinking? You don't buy a new car without test driving it first. That's like. Look, there's a certain amount of skill that you need to become a pilot. Maybe not now, but you can't just go inside a flight school for Cessna. Let's say Cessna 172s. And you can't just go, oh, I can take a plane ride. The guy's like, yeah, sure. And after the plane ride's done, You're like, where's my license? It's not how it works, my friends. Not how it works. You know, sometimes you gotta put in a little work. 1911's a relationship, okay? If you don't like just putting in a little bit of effort, then maybe you should rethink your goals. Because you got put in life, some pieces in life, you gotta put effort in. You have to. And plus, you're taking it to the range anyways. Right? Right? Like, dude, what's the issue? You're taking it to the fucking range. I just don't. It just doesn't compute with me. Like, people, you know, like, it's like a narrative. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. If you run into issues with it on the range, I think people look at it as a bad thing. I look at it as a good thing. As a very, very good thing. Because the range to me is a proving ground. It's a training ground. For you and the new piece. Right? So you can work out the bugs, see what's wrong. It's just, it stifles me. Fucking gun tubers are like the fucking news media now. They're all regurgitating the same talking points. All of them. If you put 1,000 rounds through a firearm and it's still fucking up, then there you go. You have an argument. Okay, cool. All right. Then yeah, maybe you shouldn't bring that out. Whatever. But if you don't put the work in, if you don't work out the bugs and then display, all right, hey, this is what happens after this is what happens after that, then guess what? You know, I'm not going to pay attention to fucking you at all. Because I'm be asking too many fucking questions. Because when I go out to the range, I'm putting in work, dude. Putting in work. Good weather, bad weather. You know? What type of lube? I'm making sure that whatever I use or whatever I'm taking with me outside of my house or outside into the world for my defense, I'm making sure that it operates 120%. Period. It's up to the user. This is just a tool. Just a tool. That's all it is. A tool. A tool in your toolbox to make you effective against somebody who wants you to hurt people. Okay? So once you take that seriously, once you take it out to the range, and I don't care what play, I don't care if it is a Glock. The whole point of range time is to debug it. You get a new mag, okay, for let's just say an FN. What, you're just gonna slap it in? It's reliable. No, you're gonna go out to the range, you're gonna test it out, you're gonna test out these new mags. You do the same thing with ARs. You're gonna test it out. Maybe you need to torch something. You know, you're going to see the limitations. This is no different. when you go to the range, if you're not putting at least 500 rounds through your gun, through your sidearm, I don't know what type of range time you're doing. I don't understand what type of training you're doing. Well, maybe some people can't afford it. Well, dude, you don't pass judgment on the first mag. We just unbelievable. And even if you have a reliable piece and your piece is off, and if you just disregard it, right? You absolutely disregard it. Because this reminds me of a story. This guy, he had a Glock or whatever, right? And he completely disregarded it. He didn't pay no attention to it. And I guess it like lint was whatever. It got clogged up with lint. He goes to use it, click. Nothing fucking happens. So the cop or whoever it was, well, he reacted like this. Whoops. I always look at if a weapon fails, sometimes it is the tool itself. But most of the time it's the fucking user. Because the user don't understand. The manual of arms is basically the same as a Glock. But this and a Glock are two different firearms. For real. Two different firearms. Period. Show safe. I can see like Civil War soldier right now just going off talking about the 1860 Henry and the if YouTube was around then, you know what I mean? The Civil War soldier would be talking about the 1860 Henry while holding up his 1861 Springfield and talking about reliability issues. Wow, dude. They are different. There's small differences between the two firearms. It reacts the same, but one's a single action, the other one is a strike fire. Look, there's differences there. There's differences in how you treat the firearm. They're basically the same, but there are differences. And some of those differences can be pretty significant. Where in 1911, some 1911s, yeah, they do need time to run. You know, it's like an old muscle car. Dude, Model T or you know, it's an old vehicle, okay? But right when it gets going, that's it. You get the kinks knocked out of it, dude. It was an old rototiller. Old rototiller, I think my grandfather had. Liberty's fallen. Old rototiller, and that thing, It was kind of choppy at first, but as soon as you got going, like if you let it sit there for a long time, oh man, smoke, fuck, you know what I mean? But if you ran it, that thing was a bull, dude. It was badass. If you ran it constantly, oh man, you couldn't kill it. You couldn't kill it. It's like it's like one of those old trucks, you know. It's badass. Oh, but 1911's like that. There's a break-in period. Yeah. Whoops. Huh. Like I said, you're going to the range anyways. Get over it. You know, like, dude, come on. Oh, man. I just wanted to do this video because this is my third Kimber. I had two. Kimber Custom 2. And I absolutely loved it. And luckily, and not luckily, actually, but one of them was broken in. Reliable, accurate, but it's a tack driver. I really love that piece. I don't know why I got rid of it. Yeah, I don't even know why. I think I needed money at the time. Isn't that how it works? But that thing was just awesome. So, whenever I sit there and see a YouTube video on these and they're just straight berating them, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. Because to tell you the truth, you sound like a whiny bitch. Yeah, I just really splitting hairs, aren't we? You should be comparing 1911s with other 1911s. You should be comparing Glocks with other polymer guns. But they have no standing with other polymer guns because most polymer guns all act the same. You know, you get what I'm saying? I mean, for the most part, polymer guns, you know, are pretty good. I don't like them, you know. I prefer all metal guns. That's what I prefer. But polymer guns, they are what they are. So if you're gonna sit there and throw, and everybody throws 1911 under the bus because 1911 has that issue, you know. So it's an easy target. Easy target. You don't see them doing that shit to a SIG P226. No, do you? No. No, you can't. You have no argument. You can't put the... It's made different. The argument should be which 1911 is awesome. They should stack all the 1911s up, all the 1911 companies, and what's better. That's what they should be doing. Instead of stacking up against the fucking Glock. Really? And I'm not saying it's unfair. Life's unfair. You know, life is very unfair. It's just, that's just the way it works. But you're going to be putting some work on this anyways. I'm hoping that you go down the range. And I'm hoping you're shooting more than 500 rounds through it. Working out the bugs. You're going to do it anyways. I do. Why wouldn't you? So, as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Vermont Survivalists with my new Kimber Night Star. Night Star. Kimber. What the fuck, dude? Night Star? It sounds like an anime film. Okay? Really? Really? Here it is. You got Shadow Ghost. Desert Warrior. Night Star. God. 2024, I think I got the transvestite of 1911s. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh. Oh, jeez. Vermont survivalists. I'm going to take my 1911 that identifies as a Glock. Good to go.